The Destiny series, released in 2014, is a first-person shooter with MMORPG elements. The game is developed and now published by Bungie. The game follows a guardian and their ghost as they journey throughout the solar system. Bartle's online player-type taxonomy aligns player motivation into 4 separate groups: achievers, explorers, killers, and socializers. I don't necessarily agree with this, as I find it too simplified and structured in its categorization. I do believe that I play Destiny with the motivation that aligns with explorers and socializers. However, this motivation constantly changes due to my engagement in the game fluctuating between these different types of motivations. Motivation is also explained by Barbaros, who looks at how players are motivated in games and the relationship between the user and the specific situation. He breaks this down into materialistic needs, power needs, affiliation needs, achievement needs, information needs, and sensual needs. Destiny is a game I instantly fell in love with, mainly because of how fun I find it. This is consistent with Zuckerman's understanding of play is the activity done for fun and for no other reason. The ability to be able to have this is important, coming home from a stressful day at work or even uni. This comes from playing video games from an early age in the 90s, with my first console being the NES. In terms of materialistic needs, Murray's variables of acquisition, order, and retention are all directly relevant within my gameplay. Acquisition links to my taught behaviors growing up, that you need to work for the things you want and not expect to have them given to you. In my adult life, this has been developed as work ethic. This is something that motivates me, but I also enjoy. This motivation can also directly align with a capitalist context of individual achievement and progression. However, this does not necessarily encompass my motivation, as I also gain a sense of personal enjoyment from completing the objectives, rather than just obtaining the benefit or reward. Within my Destiny gameplay, I also utilize order to arrange, put away, upgrade objects within the game. This is something I really enjoy doing in Destiny, but not in real life. In my current employment, I am required to be organized, efficient, and manage others. But ironically, in my home life, I am a messy and unorganized and highly enjoy the lack of order. Within my Destiny gameplay, I also utilize order to arrange, put away, and upgrade objects within the game. This is something I really enjoy doing in Destiny, but not in real life. In my current employment, I am required to be organized, efficient, and manage others. But ironically, in my home life, I am messy and unorganized and highly enjoy this lack of order. My personal space at home is also filled with items I've collected, such as Gundams and Transformers. This collection and retention of items links to nostalgic memories, as it also presents as a product of my hard work. This also reflects within my Destiny gameplay, as I enjoy collecting and very rarely deleting items. I also utilize Destiny to socialize. I am lucky that many of my friendships are transferable to being effective teammates within the Destiny universe. This is consistent with Fishman's understanding of behavior, which highlights that if people like each other, they are more likely to work well together in a collaborative way. This requires teams to overcome obstacles, exercise power, and strive to do something difficult as quickly as possible. As a player, I invest further time in researching and learning about stories, characters, and events that have happened within the game's universe. This is due to my attempt to gain a better understanding of the game's current context, but also so I can predict and understand what might happen in the future. This utilizes cognition, as explained by Petty and other theorists, who highlight there is enjoyment in analytic thinking. The process of developing my knowledge and highlighting my understanding is also consistent with Barbaros's theory of information needs, made up by cognizance, exposition, and understanding. The process of developing my knowledge and heightening my understanding is also consistent with Barbaros's theory of information needs, made up by cognizance, exposition, and understanding. Lacan's theory of desire can be used to analyze the game structure and player interaction within Destiny. The inevitable loss is the condition of the desire set up by the game's format. This is apparent within the objectives to succeed throughout the game. Lacan's theory of desire also acknowledges that alienation, loss, and refinding is fundamental as the motivation for desire. This is also described as a desire for what has been irretrievably lost within the subject itself. This is apparent within my engagement with Destiny, as whenever the game has had major content updates, various parts of the game are purposefully removed. Despite these losses, I continue to play the game, sometimes with only the hope that these lost items will return or be recreated. Leader also highlights Lacan is searching for desire in between the lines, where it is least obvious. This also presents as a motivation to continue to play Destiny, as I continue to search for the items and aspects lost. The hunt for what was lost becomes the objective of desire, and we sense that something has been lost and we desire to get it back. This harnesses desire as a stimulated player incentive within the game. Boothby acknowledges that human desire longs to re-find an object. At the beginning of Destiny 2, players are dropped into the tower, which is under siege and being destroyed. At the end of the mission, you have lost everything you gained throughout playing up to that point. Depowered by losing all your weapons, armor, and abilities, you journey to regain all of it back, to re-find what was lost. Even once I completed this journey, there is always something more powerful out there to battle, and I never got back the power that I had before the events of Destiny 2. I am constantly grinding within the game for more and more power. This can also be generalized to reflect a broader political context, with global capitalism being categorized by the predominance of the drive. Despite the frustrating motivation of loss that is prevalent within Destiny, I still find the overall game to be enjoyable. The desire to overcome challenge and complete objectives brings accomplishment, and as previously discussed, brings materialistic needs to me as the player. Although I haven't always enjoyed the developments and each expansion of Destiny, the nostalgic notion, escapism, fun, and social aspects are what will likely ensure my continued play.